pride so I don't do distractions. I'm coming back in.
Guess who's back? Back again,
Take the
man.
vacay.
We was on a little vacay, man, but we back and we better than ever. And we've missed a lot. Well, we ain't missed a lot, but we seen it all. And we're
I've seen
here.
it all.
And we're here to recap it. Yo, what it do? It's your boys, Juice and Lou. We back here with another banger streak. Oh man, it's ooh. So first off, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics. Man. I should say Miami Heat, but you know we going dive into that in a second. Let's go ahead and get to the Western Conference Finals first. We'll do a quick little 30-second recap. All I had to say was Luka fought, but I really didn't think they had a chance to begin with. So shout out to the Mavericks though. Hopefully they get a center or just another big name guy to go beside Luka. So I mean, but this shows a lot. That's all I gotta say. It shows a lot.
I mean, you said it. They really didn't have it. I didn't think they would win the series. I did think it would go a little longer, but role players didn't really show up for the Mavs. Didn't play that well. The shooters didn't hit their shots when they had to. I mean, they really should have been attacking the paint. That's really the Warriors' biggest weakness is scoring, is guarding the paint. And obviously they didn't do that till game 4. That's why they won the game. But they did fight as much as they could. And it is what it is. They'll be back. I mean, Luka is only going to get better from here on out. So they'll be back next year.
Facts. And real quick on the Eastern Conference Finals, because me personally, I don't want to, yeah. But Game 7, Miami Heat down big most of the time. They fought back, and they were a Jimmy 3-pointer away from being in the finals. Even though they took away that 3 from us earlier, that shouldn't have been taken away. But I'm not going to dive too deep into that. But it should not have been taken away. I can't really be mad at Jimmy for taking that shot. You didn't go out of the game at all. You're playing basically on one leg. You got no help from anybody else. Maybe Bam for that one game, but nobody else really showed up. It was tough, man. It's tough, but they're talking about running it back, or they're talking about Donovan Mitchell. Who knows? But Tyler Hero, you won Sixth Man of the Year, but you didn't play like it at all in the playoffs. It's like you completely disappeared in the playoffs. But that's all I gotta say, man. Shout out Boston though.
Yeah, Boston, obviously, they turned their whole season around from being 11th in the East to now in the finals, and obviously started with defensive identity and offensive abilities. We're seeing Al Horford have a really good playoff run. He's shooting the ball really well from 3. Marcus Smart is playing really good. He's dropped multiple 20-plus point games these playoffs. Tatum and Brown, they're really good. And the impact of Robert Williams has been significant for Boston. And Peyton Pritchard has logged in good minutes when he gets in, as long as Derek White, who is starting to get his groove going. And that in Game 6, obviously Miami took that in Boston, put up another historic game from Jimmy Butler. He put up 47 points in the Garden. obviously got comparisons to LeBron when he did it 10 years ago against Boston, and same place too. So another all-time Heat performance did prevail them to Game 7. I did think Boston would win in 6, but like I said, Jimmy put them on their backs for a Game 6. And then they reached Game 7, and you could really tell near the end their legs started to fold on them. Played the whole game actually, and in the last 2 games, he only set fine of 2 minutes, pretty sure. So that's tough. I mean, it shows that they need a little bit more reliability within that offense. And for the Celtics, my God, I mean, watching the game, I was telling Juice, Tatum was looking like baby Bean out there. At the end of the game, he was hitting a lot of difficult shots. And he was playmaking the ball. He wasn't taking really, really bad shots, but he was hitting a lot of contested shots. And getting near to the end, Marcus Smart, he was hitting some shots. He finished with 24 that game. And Jaylen Brown, him and Tatum actually combined for 50 points, 50 out of 100. So, and then Smart added 24, so that's 74 points from 3 players right there. So going forward, obviously Boston, after the game, Jason Tatum did reference Kobe with the performance he had. Of course, he looked up to him. So that was interesting, well, inspirational, as I could say. But it was a good fight from the Heat. I honestly don't know where they go forward next year. It seems like they're always, in the playoffs, but not really getting the contender recognition. And they're either gonna fight like they did this year, or could end up bouncing in the first round. So we'll see what kind of changes happen. I mean, Pat Riley did have a press conference saying he is gonna try to define the culture even more next year. So we'll see what happens there.
We gonna see, man. We gonna see. But we definitely gotta come different next year for sure. Even if it means trading for a big time player. Even if it means that, man. But here we are in the finals. Tied up 1-1. Game 3 tonight in Boston. That's tough, man. That's real tough. Hey, honestly, Golden State should be up 2-0 right now. Game 1, they could just completely folded. They completely folded in game 1. But
Yeah, in the fourth.
it was. I mean, you could say game 2 was real controversial. You could say everybody was saying refs versus Celtics or whatever. Me personally, I don't want to hear that, but I have my reasons. So, especially from Celtics fans, I don't want to hear that from y'all, especially. But there were some controversial calls that I noticed. I was like, okay, maybe. But my predictions to actually win the series, I got Warriors. See, my heart says Warriors in 5 because what they did to us. That's what my heart says. But in reality, it's probably Warriors in 6. I think Boston takes either tonight or game 4. But I think that's all they win. I think they take one at home and then they don't win anymore. So Warriors in 6. And Steph finally gets his finals MVP.
For me, looking back at game 1, I did think the Warriors would escape with that, but then Boston, they shot the ball really crazy in the fourth quarter. Scored 40 points. They scored a third of their points in one quarter. They finished 120 to 108. Al Horford, Derek White, and Marcus Smart combined 15 for 23 themselves from 3. The team in general had 21 threes game 1, so they hit 15 out of 21. threes themselves between 3 role players. The next game though, Horford had 2, Marcus Smart had 2, and Derek White had 13. They didn't play that good. I don't think anybody outside Tatum and Brown scored more than 4 points in the starting lineup. The Celtics did start off hot. First quarter, second game of game 2. Brown was getting it going and Tatum. But throughout the game, I noticed that the defensive pressure was amplified by the Warriors even more so than first game. And it really bothered Brown getting his legs up under. I mean, Draymond had a lot of great contests on him. It was really hard. I mean, Draymond, he's being the pest that he is. Brown finished 5 for 17 on the night, 17 points. Tatum had a great first half, 21 points in one half. Only had 7 points in the second half, shooting 1 for 3. So that obviously can't happen for Boston going forward if they want to win the series. But I told y'all I thought the Grizzlies and Warriors series will birth the champion. And the Warriors beat the Grizzlies, so you can do the math. I still have the Warriors winning NBA Finals. This will be, I'm pretty sure this is their 6th finals in the past 8 years, something like that. So this dynasty is definitely here to stay. They got a lot of young pieces coming behind them. Jordan Poole played good in the game too. They have Jonathan Kuminga. He got some minutes last series. They have Moses Moody, two of their draft picks. And then they still have a big question mark with James Wiseman, who will come back next year to play.
Yeah.
So they definitely have the talent to build this dynasty up and keep going into the future. But I have been hearing things, their money situation. The owner is paying a lot of money over the luxury tax, around like $350 million. I think that's number 1 in the NBA. But he said it's worth it because 1, they just got a new arena, and 2, their revenue from previous years is still carrying over. So they'll have money to pay everybody, obviously. But he says it's all for the championships, obviously. So he's doing whatever it takes for Golden State to stay together, and I think they will stay together. So for this year, purpose finals, I said Warriors in 6, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 7 because the Celtics did steal game 1, so it's tied, and the Celtics have been known to be a better road team than home team. So for game 3 tonight. This is gonna be a good game. I think Warriors win game 3, but I think Boston wins game 4. Game 5 or 6. Everybody's been talking about how struggling Clay has been. He's shooting 30% from the field this series, around 27% from 3. I think he's like 4 for 15 from 3 this series, and 11 for 33 overall. He's finished 4 for 19 last game. Not really good. Historically though, this series, whole playoffs, Clay has struggled in games 1 and 2. He's scoring around 14 points and on decent, like 37% from field, not really good for his liking. But it's really after games 1 and 2, he really starts getting a groove. He actually gets better in the series. So that's really why I think Golden State will ultimately come out, and obviously their championship DNA. I don't think Klay Thompson will play bad. He's gonna have that one game that's really needed. If they actually go down, he's gonna come out and he's gonna shoot the ball lights out. And I'm predicting it will be either game 4 games on the road. Game 6 Clay is also a thing. So
Yeah.
I think the Warriors will win. We brought up Curry bringing them Finals MVP. Where do you think that will sit him at if he does win it? Is he top 10 all time now?
Oh, man.
That would be his 4th ring, tied with Braun.
4th ring.
First Finals MVP.
Finals MVP. 2 back-to-back MVPs, unanimous. 3-point record. Are you the best 3-point shooter we've ever seen? All right, let's think of the top 10. Of course, you got Jordan. Of course, you got Braun. Of course, you got Kareem. Of course, you got Bill Russell. Shaq.
5.
Kobe.
6. Magic 7.
Magic 7. Larry Bird. Oh, Tim Duncan.
Okay. 9.
Ooh. Wilt?
Is Curry over Wilt? Both players changed the game. Obviously, Curry has more rings. Won't have the insane point accolades Wilt have, but different eras, granted, but different impacts to the game as well.
I think Steph's over Wilt. I think Steph's over Wilt.
At 11. Well, outside top 10.
Yeah, outside the top 10. Outside. I think Steph moves up. Well, then again, there's probably more players that we're missing. Probably.
Yeah.
But, I think that's everybody. But as of right now, based off the players we've named, yeah, I think he moves into the top 10.
Okay, so if Boston wins, do you think Tatum and Brown are both top 10? Right
in
now.
The league? Oh, no. No. Well, only one of them is going to be Jason Tatum because more than likely, Jason Tatum's going to win Finals MVP, most likely. So it's going to be this whole thing, Kobe and all that other stuff. It's basically going to be a gift to Jason Tatum. So Jason Tatum's going to be top 10, yeah. Jason Tatum going to be top 10 for sure. That's a given. People were already probably making the argument before the finals, like before the playoff. People was making an argument. So, yeah, he'll be solidified if they win, but I don't see it. Right now. I think he'd be like top 15.
Who, Brown or Tatum or both?
Both top 15. Well, wait, no. Tatum top 15, not
people.
Brown. Not Brown. Brown is more like top 25. But Tatum's like top 15. Top 12. Top 12. But okay. I think that's probably gonna be a video for another time. That sounds like a banger of a video. That sounds like a banger video, man.
We will have our own list again of players, top 10 or 15, who we think at the moment. Obviously, it would be in that moment, wouldn't be nothing else. So I think for the moment, I think that will be an interesting video after the finals.
It will be.
See where people rank certain players. But obviously, that's gonna wrap it up. Leave who y'all think will win tonight's game. You taking Boston? who's chasing their 18th championship as a franchise, would be number 1 in the league all time. We're taking Warriors, this dynasty, who's getting compared to the 90s Bulls stretch of finals appearances. So,
but I
both
will
great
say that the
dynasties.
craziest thing I've seen before the finals started, it said the Celtics had an 86% chance of winning the finals. I was like, hey, whoever made this is crazy.
Yeah, that's tough.
Who gave the Warriors a 14% chance of winning? That's insane to me. That's insane to me. But yeah, man, like he said, that's gonna wrap up this video. Let us know what you guys think down below. Who gonna win? And how many games are they gonna win? Yeah, let us know. But until next time, it's your boys Juice and Lou, and we out of here. Peace.
Peace.